Right? It's your job to be prospering financially. It's not a nice thing. God's going to hold you to account with what you've done with your money. It's your job that in 10 years' time, you have more than you do today. That you're able to be more generous. It's your job to increase. It's not a nice request. It's not like God gives you a present to increase. He expects you to increase.
This is the Active Church. To God be the glory.
Principle number 5, sowing and reaping do not take place in the same season. It takes time to produce fruit. Once we've planted the seed, we have to wait patiently. If we plant today, and then tomorrow we go and check what's that seed doing, we destroy the harvest. Many people sow, and they start sowing, and they start sowing the right things, whether it be money-wise, whether it be in terms of acts of kindness, or whatever they're sowing. They go and they sow, and when they don't see the reactions after a day or 2 or 3 weeks or something like that, they give up. And the issue is that it takes time for the seed to produce fruit. You know, even if you take what you've sown in the past in terms of relationships, and maybe now you've got messed up relationships because of what you've sowed 6 months to 6 years ago. You know, when you start sowing the right thing, you can't expect those people around you just to change overnight. It's going to take a minimum of 6 months to a year before you're going to start seeing the change. Before they're going to even begin to trust you. If we are impatient, we will destroy our seed and our harvest. Principle number 6, you always reap more than what you sowed. Once sown, seed multiplies. Whatever you sow will multiply. It will not stay the same. So if you're sowing good stuff, it will multiply. And you will be shocked at what it will do for you. Principle number 7, the size of your harvest is in proportion to what was sowed. We can increase our harvest by increasing the seed we sow. The thing that I want you to realize is that the more you sow, the more you will reap. Except what you reap was multiplied. You cannot give to God what He's going to give back to you. You cannot keep up with Him. He's always going to outgive you. Even if we're not able to start sowing in a big way immediately, it's important to start sowing. Because even a little seed will produce a harvest. And that little seed will produce a bigger seed. Principle number 8, the best time to sow is now. If we wait for ideal circumstances to sow, we will never sow. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 4. Farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest. And what that is saying is, if you wait for the perfect conditions to sow, you're never going to sow because they're never going to be perfect. The best time to sow is now. My pastor, Pastor Bert, said the best time to sow was 20 years ago. The second best time to sow is now. If I'd sowed 20 years ago, I'd have a different harvest now. But the second best time to start sowing is right now. I may have lost stuff up until now, but I don't have to lose in my future. And so start now. Sowing is a step of faith that provides for the future. And because of the fact that we're sowing for the future, we sow irrespective of the current circumstances. What matters is that you sowed and that you believe in God for a harvest. And you can build it up. Principle number 9 is patience is of the essence. It is important that we provide sufficient time for the seed to grow. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. So let us not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time. Tell the person next to you, at just the right time. We will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. Tell the person next to you, blessing. Come on, I want all of you to say it, even at the back there. Say blessing. Tell the person next to you, I desire blessing. I really hope none of you desire to be cursed. Okay, if you desire to be cursed, we need to pray for you and lay hands on you. We probably need to slap you as well, because that's stupid. There's curses all over the place. You don't need to ask for them. They come in your way. I want you to determine in your heart that you're going to sow, that every season you are going to reap a harvest. If you reap in a bad harvest, I want you to determine that you're going to sow and reap a good harvest. I want you to determine today to sow good things into your future. As I said earlier, we preach this stuff. It's not us that brings the harvest. So therefore it takes faith to preach this. Believe me. They talk about it like the pastors just say it so they can get money. Believe me, it's not that easy. Because if I'm telling you that, listen, you're going to reap a harvest and you don't reap the harvest, hey, you have every right to come back to me. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're sowing debt into your future and you're doing all of the stuff that God's told you not to do, then don't come crying to me if you don't get your harvest. You understand? You need to map your life according to His Word. I just want Notando, she shared in the first service, I asked her to share again now, about what happened in terms of herself with her seed last year for special offering, what God did. And, it's really incredible. She said something this morning that I didn't even know about, which the multiplication was even bigger than I thought, so I'm going to give it over to you. Thanks.
Yeah. Morning, everyone. So, what basically happened is that last year, during the series of special offering that Pastor Gavin preached, that I actually planned to give. And I'll be honest, I didn't give as much as I wanted to give, so I thought it was not enough, but I gave in anyway. And I actually spoke to my mom about it, but I actually told her last minute because I was worried that she was not going to respond well to it, and she didn't, but then she gave in anyway, and we both trusted, because last year was my first year in a varsity, and what happened is that I wasn't financially covered. So then I would struggle. So I had a bursary that would basically pay for half, but half of the stuff I had to cover. And there were things that I needed basically to, get the right education and stuff like that. So what happened is that we sowed in the special offering, and then during the December, during praying and whatever, January when I came back to school, they actually called me in. So they called me in. It's not a bursary that I actually went to. They actually called me in. And they said to me, they've actually got a bursary where they want to give me a bursary where they cover everything. So they said they cover my transport, they cover my school books, they cover my tuition. They basically cover everything, even whatever. So I had to tell them what I need in order to study. And that's how they placed me. And then last week they actually called me in to tell me that as well, that I'm covered for next year and the year after that and the year after that. And it continues. They said they're going to cover me until I finish studying, basically. That's what they actually said to me. And I wasn't really expecting that, because I was thinking, how am I going to cover next year and stuff like that. But when they called me in, they actually said I'm covered, and I'm fully covered just by giving for special offering last year. So yeah.
So obviously you're convinced that you sowed the seed at the beginning of December last year, and then in January this came. Okay. And did you hear any other stories like that from others?
I haven't heard any from others. But I've heard a few people that spoke about healing if they prayed, like they gave in from GA, where they gave in for healing and then it took place and stuff. Yeah. So
then that's harvest.
Yeah.
If you got cancer and you're dying and you get healed, for instance, that's a harvest. You understand what I'm saying? Can we just give her a big round of applause? What seed are you sowing? And I'm talking first of all financial. Now, obviously the seed we're talking about is not your tithe. Your tithe belongs to God. Now, obviously there's promise in the Bible that if you look after His house, He'll look after yours. But when we tithe, we're giving to God what He owns. When you're giving over and above that, that's seed. And that's when you can come and you say, Lord, I'm giving you this, and I'm asking you to return a harvest to me.
Erudite.
Yeah, here every morning. I've been watching them for weeks.
What are they doing at Dauntless?
Loading in supplies, computers, and these. Supposed to make you more susceptible to suggestion. But as many as they have, they could create an army.
Attention, all initiates, report for final testing.
You're ready. You can do this.
You did well. One last thing. You know what to do if you want to be dauntless.
What?
Do it!
mighty